Hey, just want to say hello to all our fellow veterans out there. You know me, my name is Sheldon Patesic, District 6 Commander, and this is our first show for VFW Connecticut, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you more information and disseminate the information to the districts, to the post. And I'm going to introduce my co-host, Dominic. And introduce yourself and tell us what the show's going to be about.
And I'm Dominic Giuliano. I'm the State Adjutant and Quartermaster for the VFW Department of Connecticut. And we're going to discuss everything that's happening throughout the state.
And this is not going to replace like meetings, or we're not going to replace emails or anything. This is just to add to it to help disseminate more information to you guys. So hopefully this will be a help. And bear with us, this is our first show. There's going to be some changes, and hopefully we're going to stumble along. We're going to get this right. And as things evolved, we'll get better at this. And Dominic's going to start off, and he's going to do some training.
Sure.
So,
Sure. So, I mean, we have a pretty much an action-packed kind of. We have an action-packed year so far, all the way to June. I mean, we have definitely have made a lot of drastic improvements, and our recruitment numbers and whatnot have shown in itself where we have definitely with our outreach and everything that we have done so far to make the VFW in itself more appealing to the younger generation of global war on terror and whatnot, and then also too, we also have Desert Storm. We're trying to make it more appealing and stuff like that. We're going to get these people members and on our rolls.
Yeah, we did reach out to a lot of different type of people from a different kind of wars or conflicts. So that was a big help getting our membership up. And Commander Borshevitz, you, Charlie Pickett, you guys helped with that, especially with our new dashboard.
Yes.
The dashboard was able to let us know who needs help and what we're striving for. So I urge everybody, if you haven't been on the dashboard, you should be on the dashboard. And even the members that's not holding any position, go on the dashboard, see what your posts are doing, bring it up at the next meeting.
Sure. Okay.
And with that.
Awesome. So a couple of things, speaking of meetings, right now, we've have several things that are going on throughout the state. I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, to ensure that everybody has the latest and greatest information that is out there. So this way everybody knows the same thing, right? So right off the rip, we have our annual golf tournament, which is April 24th, 2025, in Norwich Golf Course, all right? It's a 685 New London Turnpike, and it's 11 o'clock a.m. registration. If you haven't done it already, and then there's people out there that are, maybe getting ready to sign up for the, day of golf, it's on a Thursday, and we actually have a, 12 p.m. scramble, 4-person teams, okay, 5 o'clock dinner, and it's 150 per person. It covers green feast, cart, dinner at Bellafiore, Norwich.
Can they still sign up for it?
Yes.
So who are they contacting for that?
That one right there would be Earl Colella, who's our District 4 commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. From what I heard, that's a lot of fun, and they're looking for people. Am I correct? They're still looking for people to sign up on that.
Yes.
And they were struggling finding more people to sign up. So
yes.
They raised a lot of money for
of course. And everything that we do it for the common good for the veterans, right?
That's right.
All right. So that's what. Okay. So we also have stood up this year. We've stood up the VFW CT Foundation. Okay. It's actually in itself is the Department of Connecticut VFW Foundation. Okay. So this foundation is definitely it's one of our it's our 501c3. Mm-hmm. Okay, and what that does is it's now we're able to collect donations and stuff like, and disseminate it as the board sees fit. The other departments out there have they actually have different. Most of them, let's say like about 5-6 departments I know off the top of my head have foundations outside of the normal operations.
Why do we decide to do a foundation? talk about
You know,
that?
I think one of the things that why we decided that was Commander Borshevitz's. That was his baby.
Right.
And that's one of the vision. That's the vision that he had. He was like, you know, we're going to start a foundation, and here's the vision, here's the direction, and this is where we're at.
Was that was his commander's
Special project.
special project,
Sure,
right?
sure.
And then that money can go to help other posts, from what I understand.
Posts, veterans, people in need. Really, people in need.
Because right now we can't do that. The state can't help anybody because that money is.
Oh no, it's
right?
not that. That's a common misconception.
Okay.
We're able to do certain things. Within our bylaws.
But you have more flexibility with foundation than
Sure.
you do
Yes.
with.
Yep. And at the end of the day, we're a charitable organization, and we want to make sure that we remain charitable, and we extend ourselves even further to help help the needy and help to assist the people that are on the other end receiving that.
Are we getting donations in for the?
Oh, we're starting to. We're starting to. So the foundation is it's very fresh. It's one of those things where when we started it, we had the ideology of, we're going to do big things with it. Okay. We just got it off the ground, and now what we're doing is, we're now accepting donations and stuff, and everything is donations or tax write-off for the donors and stuff like that. They could, to a 501c3. All right. If anybody doesn't know what a 501c3 is, that is a nonprofit. It is.
No, that's right.
That
Yes.
is okay.
Yep.
So that's that. And one of the things that we've been working on on the department and state level is the Save Our Cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie Pickett has been working tirelessly to make people aware and raise awareness about what's going on over at the Middletown Cemetery. Folks, we are running out of room. We're running out of room, and they're saying that by 2027 it'll be full. So I urge you. I'm going to read what the flyer says, but I urge you to to reach out and discuss this, with the members, discuss this at the meetings and stuff like that. This way we could get traction on it, okay? So I'm going to read it right here. Save Our Cemetery. This is ctvets.us, which is the website. The Connecticut State Veterans Cemetery in Middletown is running out of space and the time and to ensure a dignified final resting place for our state's military heroes in Connecticut. So motivate people to visit ctvets.us and join the Save Our Cemetery SOC. Save Our Cemetery, SOC, right? Email list. Okay. Next thing we would do, encourage veteran groups to endorse the SOC resolution and share this news online. Okay. And lastly, to contact your state legislator to save the Connecticut State Cemetery. Okay. So from what I've gathered, this has been a hot topic throughout the whole state, and I understand that there's a lot of people who have top level positions that this is definitely a focal point of their, this is definitely a conversation.
So I was talking to Charlie, not last night, the night before, and he was surprised how so few people have jumped on board to save this. And he's wondering, wondering why there's not as many people wanting to save the cemetery as he thought of. So also a lot of posts still hasn't ratified and haven't voted to support Charlie. Evidently, if they can't save this one cemetery, they're talking about maybe buying land somewhere else in Connecticut to start up a whole brand new veteran cemetery. Because I guess the people around are having issues with the cemetery being
Expanded.
Extended because of well water situation. And so that's where they are. But they're working to try to save it. Please let Charlie know that you support this. Let him know that the Post supports this. Very few posts have gotten back to him saying they support this, which is kind of surprising. And I'm sure that everybody supports it, it's just that they haven't done it yet. So why don't you do this at the next meeting and do a vote, please. Okay, what's your next one?
No, good. Next one, since we already spoke about the golf tournament, we already spoke about the the foundation. Okay, the next big thing is, we also don't forget about the cemetery, because that's one of the things that we needed to talk about. Okay, the big thing that I want to talk about is the state convention. We have a good one coming.
Okay.
We have a good one coming. Oh yes. First night, obviously it's June 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's the weekend, Father's Day weekend. Okay, and it's actually be located at the Sheraton in Rocky Hill.
Oh, I like that. I like having it there. I don't know. I didn't make it to the last one, but we did it at the casino, so I don't know how to compare it. But I like the hotel.
Okay, yeah, the hotel's fine. I mean, the first night. Well, the first night will be Friday night. We're going to obviously have our memorial service, as it's traditional, and that is customarily to open up the convention. And then we're going to have a bash, okay? So the Friday night bash is going to be pretty good, because I'm pleased to announce that we booked the Coconuts. Yes, our favorite band.
I have never heard of Coconuts. So what are they singing? What are they playing?
They've been together for 48 years.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Wow.
48 years. 48 years.
What kind of music would they?
They play everything.
Okay.
And they're comedy, and they're a very unique band.
Did we have them last couple of years? Because I don't remember them being at the convention.
No, they weren't at the convention, but you have seen them drifting around to some of the posts out there, playing some of the local posts. And then at that point, with the Coconuts, everybody's a part of the band.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that looks good. Okay, that sounds like pretty good. What else about the convention?
Okay, so, obviously, we have... with the convention, obviously Saturday is, obviously our big business day. We encourage all posts to be there, some type of a representation. At that point, this way, what we'd like to see is representative from every post from across the state, to show up at the convention. All right, that's Saturday. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of business on Saturday. Then come Sunday, we have our elections and installation for the officers for the incoming year.
One thing about having the posts show up at the convention, which I was surprised, I forgot who told me, that unless certain things aren't correct on their dashboard, right, and if they're not, certain things aren't checked off, they can't vote.
Yes.
Can you explain that a little better? I can't.
I can do it the best I can.
Okay.
Okay, so, first and foremost, this year, because there's contested positions out there on the state council, council administration. So the delegates have to be voted on by the members at their post, and it has to be sent to the department with a seal affixed to the delegates for the form. Okay. Now, with that being said, is that the best part of this is, please, whatever they could do, don't send it to me last minute, because I'm going to be swamped to come end of next month and beginning of next month, trying to get the convention together. So this way, it'll be nice and smooth, and we can handle our business and professionally, and we do what we need to do.
Okay. What about some posts or some districts have at their rooms, or they have, what do they call them? They have a separate room just for hanging out.
Oh, hospitality rooms?
Hospitality rooms.
Yeah, they're available.
Oh, they're going to have them?
Yeah, they'll be available.
They're going to have hospitality rooms?
They'll be available. Hospitality rooms, that's the time that we get together and, converse, share ideas, network. Some people haven't seen each other in a long time, and people, show up every year, Yeah, sure.
I don't know if our district is doing it. I haven't heard them talking about it. We're going to talk about it the next meeting. So it's 3 days. Anything else going on for those 3 days?
Nothing yet. Because right now we're still kind of in the planning phase.
Okay.
The concrete parts of the convention will be. I already know. We already have known things that we need to do. Which one, we have to. The memorial service. We have the bash Friday night. Then we have the business meetings on Saturday, okay, and whatnot, and discuss things like bylaws and resolutions and things to move forward and to move ahead, right? So and then Sunday we already know that Saturday we have our breakfast, okay, and it's tickets are available. It went out in the last mailing. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, last mailing's already hit. It's already hit the post office, and they're going to be delivered to you with probably no later than probably the middle of next week.
I was going to ask you that because I haven't seen anything to sign up to get the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I brought the mailing with me, so this way, if you haven't seen it, Sheldon, I'll leave you with this, and this way you have.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And also, that's when we also can order our shirts, right, for the next commanders.
Yep. I mean, right now the incoming commanders shirts are. There's a rough draft right now. Nothing solid. We're putting the finishing touches in the middle of this month and stuff, and then as soon as we get everything situated, we'll make sure that we get it out to everybody.
Did he pick a color?
Yes. Black.
Black.
Yes.
Why did he pick black? Why did he pick black?
I don't know. I think
That's Charlie.
That's Charlie. Yeah. Yeah. Charlie's a good man.
What service was he in again?
Army.
Army.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bridge builder.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, and as a matter of fact, he didn't tell me what color it was when I talked to him last, but he did mention that he ordered shirts for, I guess, the council ahead of time, so we can have it, and then we'll give him the money at that time. But they're not going to have our names on them. So if we want to have a shirt with our names on them, we'll order it at that time at the convention, or turn in your paperwork at the time that you would like.
I'll say this: after the 15th of this month, the middle of this month, there'll be Adjutant's Corner, on our website, vfwct.org, Adjutant's Corner. That would definitely be put out of some sort, some type of direction, so this way, we can make sure that we get it, that flyer in the hands of everybody who wants to order them.
Great. And I guess since you're through with your stuff, day of service, did you want to mention something about day of service?
Oh my goodness, the day of service. I'm glad that you brought that up, Sheldon.
Okay.
I'm glad. Okay, VFW Day of Service, is May 3rd, the first Saturday of May. In the mailings, I sent out, several, multiple examples of people, what your posts could do to for projects that are acceptable. The main part is what you want to do is get get your members out of the post and go do something in the community. Okay, and the reason why the VFW Day of Service is. The whole point of the VFW Day of Service is to show the community the impact that veterans have in the community. Now, if you haven't done it already, VFW.org website, because it's one of those things that's a program requirement in case your post is running for All-American.
It's good to know.
Yes. Now, I did get clarification. It does not have to be on the 3rd of May. It's the month of May. So let's say it's May 17th, something like that. It's perfectly acceptable. But the caveat of that is you have to sign up for it.
What you do for the day of service, does that also constitute our community service that we do quarterly? So
separate.
So you got to do a couple things then for that quarter.
Yes.
One for the day of service.
Yes.
And one for your community service.
Right. So the way it's going to work is what's going to happen is you're going to your post signs up for it. So I would recommend that your adjutant, commander, or quartermaster, or anybody else that has the helm when it comes to reporting, gets on to VFW.org, signs up for it, and at that point, what's going to happen is you sign up for it. But there will be an after action report, and after action report is going to be what you did and what you signed up for, and that's how you're going to get credit nationally.
Oh, okay, and that sounds great. And so it all comes down to community service.
Yes.
And what you guys do. A question on community service. So if for instance, I have my commander is part of the veterans board for town hall. When you go to the meeting, does that count?
No, because realistically, you want community service. What did you do for somebody else other than us?
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. For example, we want to, let's say you go out and do I'll give you an example, and I'm very happy with this post. VFW post 3336 out of East Haddam. Awesome. I mean, they have their actually their they have a grave team that goes and dresses up cemeteries, cleans stones and stuff like that, throughout the area. And these guys are really doing well, to the point where they're getting a lot of buzz, like with the Washington Post and all over news all over the state of Connecticut,
right.
And things like that are community service. What impact did you make for somebody else in your community?
What about we have our own scholarship? Well, a lot of posts have their own scholarship. Not talking about Patriots Pen or VOD, about their own special scholarship that we give to kids. Does that count as community service?
I mean,
because that's separate from everything else.
If you're giving out donations and whatnot, yeah, I would accept that as a community service.
Okay, so
Yes.
and just to point out, so at my last district meeting, I passed out this brochure. It's a great brochure, and in there it has about community service and different things for community service. And I guess I should have. And it gave different examples of community service, assisting veterans within the community. So it has scholarships to youth.
Yeah.
So that also, so if you have a separate scholarship, I'm assuming that should be good, right?
Yeah.
Sponsoring youth teams, VA hospital work, blood drives, legislative town hall meetings, care packages for troops. They have registered to vote campaigns, food bank, building ramps, hosting job fairs, visiting VA homes, community cleanup activities, natural disasters, clothing drives, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, and you can get that from the VFW.org. So it's also a pretty good way to reach out and to get that done. And also helps with membership too. It pushes membership and tells you how to get members in there. So real fast, did you want to say something about memberships or well, why did they decide to go to 102%? Because it's always so hard to just 100%. And now we're shooting for the 102%. Did they ever?
The way I understand it is they set sale at 102% because what happens, because especially after COVID, we wanted to do is get our membership back in order and boost up our membership. So if you set the sale at 102, instead of just getting 100%, the extra 2% countrywide will build up our membership back to where it's somewhat where it was. We were really big, prior to COVID, and whatnot. So, 102 is the set sail towards, a percentage where we could build up our membership very rapidly.
And that's not just us in Connecticut, that's nationwide.
No, it's nationwide,
okay.
yeah.
And that was established national.
Yes. Yep, that was pushed out by the last national commander-in-chief. It was followed on by this, national commander-in-chief, and then who knows where it's going to go this coming year. I mean, soon it will come out, sooner or later.
Okay, and I guess since we're winding down, just real quick. So there are two testimonials coming up.
Yes, there is.
And I have those dates. So we got the District 4 testimonial dinner and District 2 testimonial dinner, April 12th, April 13th. I think for District 2, it's already been closed for tickets. I think District 4 has it. I might have reversed them. Can they give you a call and ask you? Do you have
absolutely. Just give me a call. Yeah.
And also, and we talked about the golf at the end of April, and that's pretty much it for the month of April for what we're for our calendar. And for the last few words, did you have anything else to?
No, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I also appreciate being here with you, Sheldon. This is a great thing, and I hope we could continue this week. We get the information out to everybody who is watching. We appreciate you. And then we represent you to the best of our ability, day in and day out.
So we were hoping to have our state commander, the president, auxiliary president, a couple of people from the board, senior vice, junior vice, on there. This was done last minute. So like I said, by the next one that we do, we hope to have them on. Maybe we'll change our times when we're going to record this. The best thing to do also, we're going to, like I said, send the link out. Please pass this link on to your commanders. All the commanders should have there are people on their emails where they can reach your people just by going to your emails and sending them out. So you should be able to reach them by sending this link out. Right now we're doing a half-hour shows. Maybe we'll end up doing an hour show later on, an hour once every 2 weeks, that kind of thing. Once we get our guests on Zoom that can help us with this, maybe we'll interview some commanders from a different post and tell them what they're doing correctly, or tell them what their concerns are, things like that. What are they, when you get your phone calls, what are people asking you the most?
All kinds of stuff.
Like
Hey, there's nothing consistent, Sheldon. There's nothing consistent. But I heard some good ones. You know, but I'm here to help.
I think we got a couple more minutes, so we wanna.
Yep. I'm there to help everybody. I'm not, no question's a dumb one. I mean, I want to make sure that we do what we need to do. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So were they talking about anything specific, or they just look for help?
I think they look for help. And if they're looking for help for something, and you call me, you're calling the right place. So. I'm here to help. I say that wholeheartedly. I'm here to help everybody and to get everybody on board. So.
All right. Yep. Well, again, to everybody, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, it's the first show. We're definitely going to improve, and hopefully we'll address the concerns that you are having at the post level, at the district level, to make it easier for you for membership. And thank you again for tuning in. And I don't know if there's anything else that I think we have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Yep. It is 30 seconds left. So, and that's about it. Again, go to the VFW.org. They got tons of these booklets. I think this one was free. You're just paying for the postage. And they got a lot of recruiting material, which I'm going to pass out at my next district meeting, the next booklet, and I'll show it to you at our next one. So thanks again, everybody. See you soon.